Hello, I'm Randy McClure. Welcome to the latest supply chain tech brief. You know that feeling, right? Where you're hitting refresh on a tracking page again and again, just wondering where your package actually is? Well, today we're going to dive into some incredible tech that promises to end that whole cycle of frustration for good. We've all been there. You get that little notification that says shipped, but what does that really mean? Is it on a truck? Is it still sitting on a dock somewhere? This is that universal and, let's be honest, totally outdated game of where's my stuff that pretty much everyone, businesses, and us regular folks, we all play it every single day. And this quote from our source material just absolutely nails it. I mean, in a world where we can get almost anything on demand instantly, our ability to track those things is somehow stuck in the past. It's relying on what the author calls fragmented digital breadcrumbs. It's a whole system built on guesswork, not certainty. All right, so let's break down the problem. Why are our current tracking methods so, well, unreliable? It really all comes down to the fact that they're basically just educated guesses. So the real issue here is that the updates we see, they're often just manual barcode scans or data being pulled from these clunky custom systems that can be ambiguous or, just plain wrong. This lack of clear, verifiable info creates a system where nobody has real confidence in the status of a shipment. But what if we could move beyond those digital breadcrumbs? What if we could actually see what's happening with our own eyes or with the computer's eyes? This brings us to the solution: AI machine vision. So, to put it simply, AI machine vision gives computers the ability to see and understand the world, kind of like we do. It takes a raw image or a video clip and it translates it into structured, usable information. And this is the absolute game changing technology that can revolutionize the supply chain. And this really represents a fundamental shift in how we think about this. We're moving from a system of just inferring and guessing to a system of direct visual proof. Yeah, it's definitely time to stop guessing and start seeing. So, how does this all work in the real world? Well, the source lays out this really clear, practical 5 step blueprint for achieving what it calls picture perfect tracking. Let's walk right through it. The process is really logical. It's a cycle. It all starts with capturing the visual proof. Then that proof gets transmitted securely to an AI brain for interpretation. The verified status that comes out of that is then shared with everybody, which allows the whole system to achieve true end to end visibility. It all begins right there on the ground. A camera, and it doesn't have to be fancy. It could be fixed at a loading dock or just a regular smartphone, snaps a picture of something happening. Say a forklift loading a pallet. That image is instantly tagged with crucial metadata, the tracking ID, the precise time, and the exact GPS location. This isn't just data anymore, it's irrefutable visual evidence created right at the source. Okay, next, that visual proof needs to get to the brains of the operation. So the image and all that juicy metadata get securely beamed, think 5G or Wi Fi, to a central AI platform up in the cloud. You can think of this step as a super secure pipeline that feeds the intelligence engine, getting that proof where it needs to go almost instantly with no risk of being tampered with. And wow, this slide perfectly shows the power of step 3, interpretation. This is where the magic happens. The AI gets to work. The old way just gives you a vague shipped, but the new way, the AI translator analyzes the image and its data to give you this incredibly precise update. It confirms the pallet ID right from the label. It identifies the truck it was loaded on, it notes the exact time and location, and it can even assess its condition for any visible damage. See, this is the difference between an educated guess and a visual fact. Now for step 4, sharing. Once that rich, visually verified status is created, the system doesn't just hoard it. Oh no, it acts like a central communications hub, pushing that picture perfect information out to everyone who needs it: the main company system, the transportation system, the customer's portal. Like the quote says, the entire ecosystem gets updated. No more information silos. And finally, we get to step 5, the ultimate goal. By combining all these steps, you achieve true end to end visibility. A logistics manager doesn't just see a line of text that says in transit, they now have access to a trusted, visually validated status for every single shipment. This is the culmination of the whole process, the big payoff. So, we've seen the how, but let's talk about the why. What is the ultimate payoff for putting a system like this in place? Well, it's all about creating one single, undeniable source of truth. This is it. This is the holy grail of supply chain management, a single source of truth. Instead of having a bunch of different systems with conflicting or outdated info, everyone is working from the exact same visually validated, picture perfect data. There's no more arguing about what happened because you can literally see it. And the business impact of this is just massive. This level of clarity gets rid of all those silent killers of efficiency. Reactive problem solving becomes proactive decision making. Those costly disputes over who damaged what or where something got lost, they just vanish when you have visual proof. And all that uncertainty that slows everything down is replaced by total confidence, leading to a huge leap in operational efficiency. This technology really does represent the future of tracking. It's about moving our entire logistics world beyond the limitations of just guessing. So here's the key takeaway: AI machine vision isn't just a small improvement, it is a fundamental transformation. It takes that fragmented, ambiguous system we have today and replaces it with one built on undeniable, picture perfect clarity. And that leaves us with one final thought to chew on. If you had the power to visually verify every single step of your supply chain, to actually see everything with perfect clarity, what's the first problem you'd solve? What's the first change you'd make? It's a pretty powerful question to consider.
Hello, this is Raymond McClure from SC Tech Insights. Thank you for listening. For more on this topic, click the article link below or go to www.sctechinsights.com for the latest insights on supply chain technology. Thank you and see you next time.